Hello friends, and welcome to today's video where we're going to talk about Daniel's The Story Retold album. So, just so everything's going to work, I'm going to run through the track list, give you my thoughts on each song, and then give you almost score out of 10 at the end. However, there's a caveat to all of that because we're doing a repackage. This is a repackage of his full album, The Story. So, the way it works when I do repackages of albums I've already done is all of that, what I just told you how it's going to work, is true with the key caveat that I'm only doing the new songs. So let me explain that for a sec, okay? I'm only in this video going to discuss my feelings on the newer Daniel songs. In the description will be my review of The Story, which is like his full. So you can check that out. You can see how I feel about those songs. I'm not going to talk about them here because it's not worth me repeating myself. However, when I give the album a score, it is for all the songs. Like, all 15 songs on this album are part of that score. I really hope that made sense. So, for these new songs, I've heard them once so far, because they just came out. So my opinions on these songs very much might change over time. Second disclaimer, my standard one, everything I say in this video is just my opinion. You do not have to agree with my opinion. Music is subjective, and that is great. Alright, cool. Now that we have all of that out of the way, let us get started. So our very first song is going to be Selfish, and this song is fine. The verses were really nothing special. I was not the biggest fan of them. The pre-chorus, though, she really slays. Like, the pre-chorus, it's very short. I do wish it was longer, because it's absolutely slang. But, like, it's short, however, it is just incredible. However, my core issue with this song is the chorus, specifically the repetitive parts of the chorus, because if you know me, you'll know I don't like overly repetitive choruses. This one, it's not as bad as it could be, but there's a lot of, like, empty gaps, let's say, in the lyrics where they just fill them with the yas and nas, and it's just like, couldn't you have written lyrics to fill those gaps like, you know, a song would have? Big picture, though, it's not that bad. It's not a great song. Like, I didn't love it, but it's not a terrible song either. I didn't hate it. It's really just a song that happens to have an amazing pre-chorus. Next, we have the title Nirvana, which is featuring PH1 and We Dem Boys. Now, I want to clarify, We Dem Boys, if you are unaware, are from Street Man Fighter. For the record, I have not watched Street Man Fighter. I watched Street Woman Fighter. I don't know why I haven't watched Street Man Fighter, but whatever, that's a separate issue. They're from that show, which means they're dancers. They don't actually have lines in the song, so I just wanted to clarify that in case you're confused why I'm saying they're featured in the song and then never mentioning them again. Moving on to the song, though, she's great. I really liked it. The background music, first of all, is just exceptional. It's phenomenal. I was in love with it. Like, there's just, if you've listened to me talk about ONF, like old ONF, specifically ONF's debut or their complete album, you'll know I have a thing about, like, horns in songs. I think they need to be used properly. I don't know if there are horns in the song, but there's, like, that one part of the chorus. If you know what I'm talking about, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you don't, just be confused. But, like, there's that one part where it sounds like there are horns. It works perfectly. I loved it. Also, the pre-chorus is really good. I loved that, too. And the chorus? It bangs. It bangs plain and simple. Personally, maybe for his title, I have an exception, but, like, for the most part, I don't really love bangers from Daniel. Not that I, like, have an issue with them. I just think that Daniel is more suited to, like, more toned down songs, and that's what I prefer from him. But this is an exception because I was really into this chorus. Like, it's a great chorus. I don't know what else to tell you. Now to discuss the special guest, Mr. PH1 and his rap. It was great. It was just a really good rap. The flow was flawless. It fit the song perfectly. I was a big fan of it. As for the song as a whole, it's a great song. I won't say it's Daniel's best title because I don't think it is, but it is definitely up there. Like, I could very realistically see it being, like, one of the top 3 or so because, like, I really, really liked it. Again, just for me, like, my top 3 Daniel titles, but, like, I really, really liked it. Up next, we have Ghost, and, I'm kind of obsessed. I'm kind of enthralled because, listen, again, I know I said this in my Drippin' video from yesterday, if you're watching this, like, in real time, but I know I said this very recently. It is Thanksgiving. I forgot to say that. Happy Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving today. Like, it is Thanksgiving Thursday. It is basically the end of November. We are so far from summer, but my campfire arc is going strong in spite of it, and this song, it's giving, like, emo campfire almost, which is a vibe I didn't know I needed, but I'm now in need of more. But let's actually discuss the song now. Right off the bat, the pre-chorus is excellent. Like, it is a little too excellent almost. I adored it. And the chorus, this is what I meant when I was saying earlier about how I'll take a banger from Daniel, but I like his toned down stuff a lot more. This is like a perfect example of that. This chorus, it's like very toned down, but it still really manages to hit, and it's just giving everything I ever want from a Daniel chorus. Also, the bridge, like, on its own is just a masterpiece. The way it goes from his, like, surprisingly sly rap into his very, very pretty vocals, I was in love with that. I thought, like, this bridge, shining moment of the song, it was phenomenal. I adore the bridge. My one key, like, area of complaint, I guess you could call it, with this song is the verses. They really aren't giving that much. Like, they definitely could be doing more. However, there's not a lot of verse time in this song. It's one of those songs where, like, they don't have a ton of verses. It's mostly just pre-chorus, chorus, short verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, the end. So, like, there aren't a ton of verse time, so I don't really mind that the verses aren't giving that much. We have reached, like, remixy territory, so we're going to be speedy. The first one up we have is the Ride For You remix. Now, Ride For You was on the original album, so I'm not going to rehash it all here. But I will say this for the remix. It's pretty good. I enjoyed it. I like it more than the original, but not to like a crazy extent, so I'm fine with either one being what comes up on autoplay. That's all I have though, so we're gonna move on. Last but not least, we have the solo version of Nirvana. Now, I'm not going to rehash everything for this song either. I'm just going to talk about the part that is unique, which is the second verse, because that's where PH1's rap was in the title track. So, Daniel's rap in this song, quite good, quite up there, quite sly. Is it better than PH1's? I don't think so. I also don't think Daniel's a more talented rapper, so it's probably a factor, but I do think he did quite well here. That's all I got, so it's score time. Overall, I'm giving this album an 8.7 out of 10. For the new songs, I did enjoy all of them, other than one. But for the most part, they were all pretty good. However, my issue comes with the end. Like, the last two songs, the remix and the solo version of Nirvana, like, we didn't really need those, if you know what I mean. Like, they just really padded the runtime in a way that I wasn't the biggest fan of. However, they're also not bad. None of the songs on this album were bad. So yeah, 8.7 out of 10. That is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to comment your own thoughts on this album down below. Let me know what your favorite song is. You can also like and subscribe if you want to, or don't. I will be okay either way. Also, if you want to hear more from me, you can follow me on Twitter until it gets shut down at s_reviews. I will link that in the description along with any other Daniel reviews that I have done, so you can check all those out if you so choose. But yeah, thank you again for watching. Bye!